just wanted to make this vlog to kind of talk about my law school journey. I stayed at work after hours to make this video so that it would be a quiet environment. But yeah, so a lot of people just don't know that I've been trying to get into law school for about... I had to turn my music down, sorry. I have been trying to get into law school for maybe about 2 years. Yeah, maybe about 2 years. So, I graduated May of 2018, and and 3 months after graduating, I started working at my job, which I absolutely love. It's in the field that I wanted it to be in, so I was grateful for that. But if you know me, after a while, I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, I like to be steady busy, and I just like to be doing certain things. So, I started thinking, okay, what do I want? So, when I graduated, let me go back. When I graduated, I had a plan. I said, okay, I want to get a job as a legal assistant, which I did. And then I want to go to law school. And I said the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to kind of like get my feet wet, so to speak, and kind of be in this field to see if I like it or if this is what I want to do. And so it has been 3 years on Thursday that I've been working here at my job. And so out of those 3 years, I think it was June of last year. Yeah, June of last year, I decided that, hey, I want to pursue going to law school. So I literally, y'all, had like 6 months to like study. So what I did was I decided that, okay, yes, I want to pursue law school. I only applied to Georgia State the first go around. And so what I did was I looked on the LSAT website, and I took the LSAT that I registered for literally was like 6 weeks away. So I had to get my letters of recommendation, do financial aid, do my personal statement, and literally in all 6 weeks. And so, like I said, I only applied to Georgia State. But then I saw that Georgia State was having a law school open house. So I was like, all right, Mom, we finna do this. Like, I'm finna jump in there. So I had people from work that were helping me with my personal statement. Several of the attorneys wrote me letters of recommendation. So yeah, it was an overall good experience. Like I said, I had 6 weeks to study, and when I tell you, I went hard. Like, I would work from 8 to 5, and then once I was done working, I would stay at work till about it got dark outside, just studying every single day. So, my LSAT was on, I want to say it was on June 9th, maybe. I think it was June 9th. I took the LSAT, and I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. I will say it was like no test that I've ever taken in my entire life. I feel like there's really nothing you can do to prepare for except make sure you're taking the timed test. That was a really, really big thing that I took away from the LSAT, was making sure that you are able to take the test under those timed conditions, because there are time restraints. So I took the LSAT, got my results. I got a 137. Yeah, I got a 137 my first go round. And so I applied to Georgia State, like I've said before, and I didn't get in. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try again. So I gave myself a little break. I was like, I don't want to overstudy. And so I gave myself a little break. And so at the beginning of this year, I decided, okay, I'm going to try again. So I signed up for the March 30th LSAT. Now, then COVID hit. So, I'm saying that to say, in January, I signed, it might have been December, I signed up for the March LSAT. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to give myself a longer span to study. That way I don't have to, try to go hard. Because I don't want to do the same things that I did last time because I'm going to get the same results. I mean, yeah. So I said, okay, give myself longer to study, and that will be fine. Okay, so like I said, I signed up for March 30th, right? Then COVID hit, and we started working from home March 16th. So that in itself was like a big transition from being at the office and, having everything you need in your office, and then having to transition to completely online within I think it literally was a matter of days that we had to kind of transition everything. And so it kind of just threw me off. And so the closer March 30th got, LSAT kept sending emails like, hey, check your email. The date's going to be pushed back. So what they did was they gave us the option to choose another date. So it went from March 30th to April 25th. Which is a Saturday, which really it would have played out being better on a Saturday because I didn't have to take time off of work, and it was closer to my house, so it was gonna work out better. Well, close to that they sent out emails, hey, check for your email. So it went from March 30th to April 25th to May 19th. So mind y'all, this is a 3 months span of the LSAT date changing for me, all in the middle of a whole pandemic, all in the middle of trying to adjust to working from home and just trying to adjust to how the world was transitioning at the time. It was a lot of unknown, and so it was a little uneasy. It was an uneasy feeling because you didn't know what was what, and I just got completely thrown off. And so it would seem like, okay, from January to May, that's not January, February, March, April, May, that's 4 months. I mean, hey, you got this. But that totally was not the case for me. Like I said, I was just completely thrown off, and it was just a weird time in life simply because of what was going on in the world and all of everything involving COVID and the pandemic. And my parents ended up having to be quarantined twice in the house where we were. No, they did not have COVID, praise God, but they were possibly exposed to it. So that in itself was just a whole lot to deal with. And so so I took the LSAT for the second time on May 19th. They let me come to work to take it in a quiet environment. It was in one of the judges' chambers upstairs, and so it was a quiet environment. And this time, so the March 30th LSAT was in person. Like, we had to go to the location that we selected. And I believe the April 25th LSAT was in person as well. But by the time it got to the May 19th LSAT, it was virtual. It was online. And so I actually liked the online better. I didn't know what to expect from that either because I had only taken the LSAT once and it was in person. So I actually liked it better. The test format to me was better. It wasn't as many sections, and I was able to take it in an environment where I was most comfortable. So I took the LSAT on May 19th, got my results back. I think it was in a matter of 3 weeks maybe. They were rushing to get our results back for people that were applying for the fall, like me. So I got my results back and I got a 142, which is higher than my first score, but it's not really where I want it to be. But I was like, okay, I'm going to take it for what it is. It's progress. I'm grateful for the progress. So I applied to Georgia State again. I applied to Emory, Mercer. It was 3 others. Oh, John Marshall and UGA. So I applied to 5 schools this second go round. I was like, the higher the higher amount of schools I apply, the higher chance I have of getting in. So weeks went by and I was getting emails of like, we regret to inform you. So Emory just emailed me last Thursday, I believe, and it was sometime last week, and informed me that I didn't get in either, and that was the only other school that I was waiting on. So I ended up not getting into law school again this second go round, and so it kind of put me. Now I'm a very spiritual person, and I talk to God a lot, and I pray a lot, and which this is no surprise to, if you're watching this video, you know that that's no surprise. So before I took it the second time, I just told God, I was like, hey, Lord, you know that this is my desire. However, if it's not in your will, then I want to be at peace with whatever this decision is. This is when I first took the LSAT. When I took the LSAT, the second go round, before I took the test, that was about prayer. And so, as I was getting denial email after denial email, I'm like, okay. So then I got the last one from Emory, and I'm sitting here like, I wouldn't say I was sad, maybe a little disappointed. Not really in like myself, because I really felt like, well, for one, I got higher than before, so that was progress, like I said. But it's just that I was just expecting it to, I don't know. But either way it goes. So I was like, okay, God, I know I prayed this to you, and I really want to be at peace with how things have played out. And so, you know, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sad, I wasn't disappointed. I think I more felt like lost, as far as like, okay, what's next for me? You know, I don't want to stay complacent and, you know, work at my job in this position forever. And I said, like, I know I want to move up. Like, Lord, what is it? Like, why is this not happening for me? And then I just caught myself saying and doing, like, the exact opposite of what I had prayed. I had prayed, Lord, I'm going to be at peace with whatever happens, it happens. It's in your will. If I get in, it's in your will. If I don't get in, it's in your will. I want to be happy and at peace with whatever happens. And so, you know, that was last week. And then, so I kind of been just like praying, like, Lord, give me direction. Help me to figure out what's next in life. Help me to give me a clear vision. Now, let me back up some steps. So, when I first graduated, I like I said, I had a plan. I'm going to start out as a legal assistant, then go to law school. And the legal assistant part happened for me literally 3 months after I graduated. So, you know, I prayed and I fasted for that job, y'all. Like, if you know me, I'm a firm believer in praying and fasting. I will get on a fast any minute and nobody will know about it. So I prayed and I fasted, and I got the job that I applied for in my field. And so it's like I've been going back and forth with, like, you asked God for this job. You prayed for this job. You had a plan. And I don't want God to be like, oh, she's being very ungrateful because I gave her what she wanted, and now she's trying to move on. Not move on from my job, because I'm not doing that, period. It's just, now I'm like, okay, Lord, what's up? What's next? You know, and so I don't ever want God to feel like I'm ungrateful for the things that he's done for me, because I'm absolutely not. And so, you know, like I said, I got the last denial email from Emory probably Tuesday, I believe. And so, like I said, my prayer since then has been, Lord, give me direction, give me vision, help me to see where I need to be, Lord. Give me peace in knowing that what is for me and what is for me and what's not for me will not be for me. And so, we went to church yesterday. And the title of the message was about the Lord's vision that you have. The vision that the Lord has for you, and just, that everybody has a calling and a vision and a purpose for their life. And it was just very surreal to me. And I only say that because I don't think nobody knew that I had been praying that prayer. Now, most of my family didn't even know that I had been applying to school. I really just told people that were like in my household, and then people that wrote me letters of recommendation. They knew, obviously. So nobody knew I had even been praying this prayer. And then I get to church, and that's what the message about. So it kind of it gave me peace. I think that's what it was, confirmation. Let me say that. And that was the peace that I think that I was missing, was that the Lord has a plan and a direction for your life, and He already knows what's gonna happen, And so yeah, I'm kind of just trying to figure out what I want to do next, because I do know I want to go back to school. I like being in school, and so yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just kind of share my experiences, because I know it can sometimes feel like, okay, Lord, what about me? Like, I've been doing everything right. I ain't been doing this, I ain't been doing that. I've been pretty much on the up and up, but it's happening for X, Y, Z, but it's not happening for me. And I feel like that is where we get caught up sometimes. That's the wrong attitude to have, because I think sometimes God tests you in that manner. Like, things that He wants to see how your attitude and your demeanor and what your posture is when things are happening to the people around you, because everybody's time is going to come, and I know I'm guilty of this. I often, try to compare, I subconsciously compare myself to other people, like, dang, they doing this, maybe I need to be doing more. But it's like, what works for A doesn't always work for B, and everybody's time will come. And just like how I would want other people, to cheer me on and be in my corner when my time comes, that is what I'm going to reciprocate. So I honestly feel like this is probably just my season of helping others, kind of get to their goals and reach their goals. And, my time is going to come. And so I'm just very grateful that I was raised in a family who believed in faith and made sure we knew the word and made sure we were in our Bible, because I cannot imagine going through life not having these biblical references, because it gives you just a sense of security. Like, okay, I know God will make a way. I know God's time in His own time. I just can't imagine going through life without having that. So, keep me in your prayers, y'all. I'm good, but, like I said, I like to be involved. I like to be doing a million things at one time. So, I just wanted to come in here and just, encourage other people, young people, older people, that, like, God's timing definitely is going to be God's timing is on time. I'll say that. Like, He definitely will order your steps. That was in a message yesterday. And I took some notes on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone. So I'm pretty sure I can get to it, or I'm gonna stop the video. But anyway, yeah, so that's it, y'all. I just wanted to come in here, kind of just, I mean, I guess you can call it vent. I mean, I'm not upset or anything, and these are conversations that, you know, we have in our house all the time, so this should be no surprise with what I'm saying. But yeah, so I'm not sure what exactly is next for me. Like I said, I do want to go back to school. Not sure if it is going to be law school. I'm gonna pray and see if, you know, if that's what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna pursue that again, or just get a master's degree, or it's just so many things that I want to do, y'all. I want to write a book. Me and my sister want to start like different businesses. I am very passionate about helping others, and so, you know, a nonprofit. I don't know, y'all. The sky's the limit. It really is. And so, yeah, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to be next, what I'm going to be doing next, but I really am excited because God has blown my expectations before, and so I expect nothing less, if I'm being honest. Like, I know He will provide, I know He will make a way, and I know that, you know, whatever is in His plan for my life will be in His plan, will happen for me. And my friend Danielle always says to me that she prays that, Lord, let my wants align with your will. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Like, Lord, you know the desires of my heart, as the Bible would say. You know what I want to do and where I want to be in life, and I want that to align with your will. And if it does not align with your will, I don't want it, because then it's not going to be right. And so, yeah, that's all I got, y'all. I'm going to leave now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Drop your favorite scriptures, encouraging scriptures, in the comments. Yeah, that's what I want to see. And I'm actually going to go back and read all of them and just see what you guys think. So yes, drop your favorite scriptures in the comments. Drop some encouraging words for not only me, but just anybody who could be watching this video and scrolling through the comments. Just drop some encouraging words. Y'all, we in this together. We gotta be each other's keeper. And so, yeah, once again, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share our video. If you're not subscribed, you need to get subscribed, because Rolly Gang is where it's at. So, yeah. Bye, you guys. Peace. I also think it's just important. I think one thing I took away from this whole experience is that it's okay to fail. I'm not saying that, like, I failed the test, because there's no failing LSAT. But it's okay if things don't work out how you want them to work out. It doesn't mean that you're any less of a person. It doesn't mean that at all. Like, it's okay. And I had to tell myself, it's okay. Like, it is not the end of the world. Trust me, y'all. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. You know, I just always advise to just pray before you make a move on anything. Whether that's relationships, whether it's jobs, whether it's changing jobs, going to school, any major event that happens in life, I strongly advise that you pray about it, get guidance from God, and then go from there. Because if you do that, you literally cannot ever go wrong. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay when things don't work out how you expected or wanted them to work out. That's totally fine. It's natural. It happens to the best of us. Just don't beat yourself up, and also don't stay in that place of, like, disappointment. You know, it's fine. If you stay there, you can't move from there. You can't go from there. And yeah, so It's okay, y'all. We all gonna make it in this world. We got the Lord on our side, and He will. If you can't depend on nobody, you can depend on Jesus. Okay?
If you want this video, don't forget to subscribe.